Episode 42 of Creepypasta Narrations. Today's story is a Teen Fortress classic story, actually. It is called Funeral for a Server. I hope you'll enjoy. Hello. I just want to point out I am 15 years old. And this event happened about a year and a half ago. I haven't heard about or seen this server I joined a while back. I'm posting this so most of you can and stay away from this server and hope to God it will be banned. One morning, I got up to go to my friend's house in North Yorkshire, but sadly, I got a call from his mom and saying that I couldn't come because of the horrible snow conditions they were having over there. The hours went by so slowly, and the longer I was bored, the slower the time went by. I decided to go on my old laptop that I left under the bed for so long. Hell, I don't know how long I even kept that thing under there. I turned on my laptop and opened it up Steam. I scrolled through my games and tried playing them, but for some reason, every game said it was unable to connect to the Steam server. I tried the last game at the bottom of the line list, TFC, Teen Fortress Classic. What came to my surprise was that this game actually loaded up. I tried finding a server with Dust Bowl being played on it. Not long after, I finally found a server using this map and went to click on it. As the server loaded it up, I was wondering why the server's name was named Funeral Servers Team Deathmatch. The server finally loaded it up. It never usually take this long. And I mean, it never does. I went to select my team. The only team that I could really join was red. Shame, really. Because I liked blue a lot more. I really don't know why, but I like being on blue in every game. And that was when I got really confused. The class select screen had no borders. No text except two classes. The Soldier and the Spy. I chose Soldier and started to head to the enemy base. I checked to see who was on my team, and for some reason, every player on the server had 0 ping/latency. They also had people names. I mean, like, names you would give to a person. This was one hell of a strange server. I felt like leaving the server, but I know it was taking me forever to find another one, which had Dust Bowl playing on it. I realized everyone else was playing all the 9 different classes, which was odd because I can only choose between soldier and spy. Just right when we win the round, the screen went black for about, well, I didn't really keep track of how long it was on for, but I can't say it wasn't long. When the screen came back, I found that my entire team was standing around me with blank faces. My whole body started to shake. I had no idea what was going on, as I was pushing the escape key rapidly, but nothing happened. The spy walked over to me in front of my screen. The keyboard and mouse were no good. I couldn't move at all, and I didn't want to turn off my laptop, because I had a fear of breaking it. The spy spoke to me and said to me, "Welcome to our funeral." Then my soldier just died, and what sounded like a scream from a man in pain gives me a pain in my throat. The server started to load another map. The map was called Funeral Grave. The strange thing about this map, it didn't download. It just loaded it up. The screen turned black, and there was some text. Let it fly. I tried working out what it spelled. I found out that it said Half-Life. Why would a server start with the Half-Life intro? I mean, I know this is a Half-Life expansion / mod, but still. Hopefully you know where I'm coming from. The screen started to fade into the game, and I was playing as the soldier from TF2. This really made me freak out. How in God's name could anyone import a high-quality looking model like the soldier from Team Fortress 2 into a game like this? I started to walk through a large hallway, and the area looked like I was in a church. I walked out of the church and noticed something that made my hands pause, and a tear of fear came out of my left eye. The back of the church was a graveyard, and the gravestones had players' names which were in the lobby list. The players were all dead, and none of them were spawning. I said to myself quietly, "Please." I stayed strong and moved my class across the graveyard. I moved to one last gravestone. This gravestone had my player name on it. Then my player fell to the ground and died. The game just randomly shut off. I was so hell happy that the game turned itself off. I can't really tell Valve about this, because they may think I'm crazy and imagining this, or they may ignore it because of how the game is. A few weeks later, all my games were running smoothly again, and I never saw that blasted server again. Until one day, I opened up my Steam, And so, to my surprise, the only game that was on there was Team Fortress Classic. I felt like this game was haunting me again. I couldn't press play on it again, but I remember the game still to have my name on it. And I thought if I didn't play, I might, die. So I started the game up and breathed deeply. The game didn't give me a chance and to select a server. It just went on one for me. I knew something strange like that would happen anyways. The server had loaded it up. This time, the server said nothing. It was just blank. I had to pick red team like always. Before, but nobody was even in the server. I could only pick spies this time. I was in Dust Bowl once again. I couldn't take it anymore. The map was retextured with please everywhere. Like some sort of error. The server started spamming the voice command sound of medic, which was all the same because TLC only had one sound file, was it? I started to get a headache. I was just playing by myself, nobody around me whatsoever. Someone called Leon said something in the chat box. It's a shame. I wanted to know who was running this, so I typed back, "Excuse me?" What I mean is, nobody spoke back, which started to annoy me. I believe it was 2 minutes until somebody spoke back. It wasn't Leon. This player's name was Charlie. I'm so sorry about Leon. The message it turned into chaos. I was only trying to save him. Out of nowhere, a ragdoll fell right in front of me. It was the soldier. The soldier looked sad, which scared me since TSC models couldn't do facial animations. I looked at the lobby list and saw that the only player who was playing as the soldier was me. I had no other choice to scream in horror. I quickly shut off my laptop and threw it out my window. I went downstairs and out to my backyard to see that the laptop was broken into 2 pieces. I put my back against the wall and slowly moved down and breathed calmly. Like before, the weeks had come past, and there was no sign of that game. One particular day, my mom came downstairs into my room and shouted, "You're not even ready!" I was confused. Ready for what? I spoke calmly. Leon's funeral. My mind was quickly went back to that game. Leon, don't start acting like an idiot with me. Just get yourself ready. I wanted to ask who he was, but I would just sound really stupid. My mom left the room. Leon, I said to myself. After I got my suit on, I quickly ran to my dad's car and was still really confused about what was going on. As The car's engine started, and when the car started moving, I looked out my window and saw a boy with long brown hair in my bedroom. I looked away really quickly and acted like nothing was there. We made it to the funeral. I saw that some of my closest friends and siblings were there. I walked up to my Aunt Claire. Hello, sunshine. Quite a sunny day for a funeral, isn't it? I knew what she meant. Something like a funeral shouldn't be sunny, and it should be raining. I asked my aunt with a very shy expression. I took a deep breath. Who's Leon? My aunt looked at me surprised. Well, uh, it's your cousin, she replied. I thought to myself, cousin? And don't tell me you don't remember Charlie. My eyes opened lightly. Charlie. I rose to the top of my voice. She laughed. Yes. Oh, I even remember him as well. No. No. I said nervously. Charlie! Yelped my aunt. A boy came walking over. Do you remember him? Him now? Asked my aunt. Slowly, I said yes. Did the amount of horror flowing through my body? This boy looked exactly like the boy in my window. Hey, I think you dropped this in your backyard, said Charlie. I started breathing faster than ever. Or when I realized that the sink Charlie was holding in his hands was a laptop.